a look at non-emergency Indian outpatient operations, and a tribally affiliated College of Medicine is on the way. This and more on Perspectives. Hello, everyone. Several years ago, there was a TV preacher that received a sizable donation from a fellow down in Florida that had roots in gambling. Well, the preacher determined the donation was on the sinful side because he said it came from gambling. What to do? Because it was a big donation, he didn't just want to give it back, so he said he prayed over it. That, he said, made the money clean and he could then accept it, which he did. Now, it appears we might be facing a similar situation, but this time it's not a TV preacher and a gambler. This time it's the governor, the state of Oklahoma Indian tribes, and Class 3 gambling. Now, here's how it all shakes out. Last year, the governor decided he wanted more money from the Indian gaming profits than had been agreed to, and they had until January 1st to agree to pay up. The Indians said, now wait a minute. That contract we all signed is still in effect, and we aren't paying anymore. So the governor circled the wagons and refused to change his mind. The Indians also decided to stand pat. Then the governor said Class 3 gambling would be illegal starting January 1st. Well, the Indians, of course, disagreed. The governor then said other gambling interests are willing to pay more if they could open business in the state, and the Indians pointed out how much money the state was making off of their gambling and said, we stand pat. Well, both sides started then a little PR campaign to convince the voters they were in the right. Then, just before Christmas, the House Speaker sent a 15-year-old report to lawmakers that supported the Indian position. In fact, this report, which, by the way, was approved by voters as State Question 701, stated, and I quote, the compact will expire January 1st, 2020, but it will automatically renew for 15 years. That's automatic. So at this point, it appears they need to start passing out the 7th Cavalry hats in the governor's office. Now, you and I both know that this is going to end up in court. And if it does, you know which side's going to win. And in the long run, a lot of taxpayer dollars will be wasted on lawyers. I sometimes get the feeling that somebody named Custer is advising the governor. An agreement could still be hammered out, but not as long as the governor's little hat is on too tight and he lets greed override common sense. You know, it appears to me somebody needs to take a step back, practice some deep breathing exercises, and realize beads and blankets won't convince the tribes. Serious discussion and clear thinking, though, might lead to a compromise. General Custer and the cavalry ignored that method, and just look where they all ended up. Might be time for the bugler to sound the retreat. I'm Sam Jones. That's my perspective. Coming up, an amazing Indian outpatient organization when we come back.